Hey, so welcome to Praise Dance Topics for Praise Dance Leaders Thursdays. I know that's a long title, but anyway, it's specifically geared to praise dance leaders on Thursdays only. So, a topic that I would like to discuss, and it's a powerful phrase, it's not that deep. And I remember getting this comment years ago within my YouTube feed, and I was devastated, and I couldn't understand why the sister was coming at me, and I was like, oh my god, what did I do to her? Did I like steal a parking space or something, or did I say something to offend her? But then I had to sit back in silence and say, yeah, my mission is to offend and to have praise dance leaders think about their ministry and what they're doing. They have a responsibility. So I had to sit back and really not be mad at her because I did my job. I pissed her off, and I made her think about what was going on. If I didn't do that, then the comments wouldn't have been within my YouTube feed, but it's okay. So once I stopped taking it personally, I changed my perspective, and then I began to think of where that sister was coming from. So I began to think, well, was she coming from a secular dance background? If that was the case, then I get it. Been there, done that. And I explained to you in my other videos how I came from a professional dance background where I learned Graham, I learned Lamone, I learned Cunningham, all the modern dance terminology and the technique and the choreography. So my main focus was technique, choreography, and stage presence. So if that person was coming at me from that perspective, then it's understandable. I get it. Then it wouldn't be that deep either if I was coming from that perspective. Second perspective was if the praise dance leader or dancer was performance focused only. I get it. Been there, done that as well. Transitioning from a secular dance background into the church, I would still focus on choreography, the performance of the dance, the pretty dance garments, how would my dancers look, the response of the crowd, would they like it or not, and getting gigs. Not assignment, getting gigs. So meaning the more exposure I had outside the church, the more invites that I had outside the church, then that means that, I will grow popular and people will know my name and know my dance ministry and then my signature of dance. So if the praise dance minister, leader, or dancer was performance-based focus, then I get it. Then it's not that deep. We're just concerned about the dance, getting it done. It's understandable. But it wasn't until I started to develop a personal relationship, meaning that I began to pray, I began to fast, I began to study the world, then my perspective began to change. It wasn't about me, it was about God. So as ministers, it is that deep when you have a praise dance ministry, whether you're a leader, that's a beginner, or you're a veteran. It's very deep. You have responsibility. Your first responsibility is to God. Your second responsibility is to the church. Then your third responsibility is to the world. Once you get those three perspectives in mind and you begin to ponder on that, and then you begin to study what that really means, then your whole world begins to change. As a Christian, your relationship with God begins to change. And then as a leader, you begin to look at your dancers and your whole ministry. Again, you won't have a gig. You're not just doing this to waste time or to have an activity for your kids or your adults. This is a ministry and you're ministering to them. So again, you have three areas of responsibility as a praise dance leader. Your first duty is to God, your second is to the church, and then your third duty is to the world. And again, every Thursday I'm going to be speaking on this. So this is just an intro of It's Not That Deep. Please leave your comments in the box. Subscribe to the channel. I love dialogue. I love debate. As long as it's respectful, we can talk, and I love to hear others, people's views and opinions. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me in the Praise Dance Leader Topics Thursdays. Okay, guys, be blessed. Thank you. Take care.